Ah, right. Well, hello. Welcome to a Thursday night live stream from the Lure Lab, and yeah, I think we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. Just checking. I should have checked this before. Why do I do it now? Oh my goodness. We'll try. We'll try. If the stream isn't good, let me know. Let me know. So, if you're there, say hi. If there's any problems with the stream, let me know, and I'll see if I can sort it. I'm on the slower Wi-Fi, which isn't good. All this time, I should have checked it. Well, fingers cross it. Well, how are you? Jimmy's here. Hello, Jimmy. How are you? Jimmy's all the way from Belgium. He's come over just to say hi. Hey, Jimmy. How are you getting on? How's your summer going? It must be roasting over there now. It's just turned warm here. I might have to dab the old head. So, but good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Try and move that little bit. Maybe not. Oh, Jimmy's on the night shift, but last one. That's awesome. That's awesome. Hopefully you get some fishing in. Hopefully you get some fishing in. Jimmy's the fluke master over in Belgium. And I don't mean he's lucky. I mean he's really good with the flukes. In fact, oh yeah, blue, Jim. So that's it. And actually in flukes. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thunk it? Oh, who's here? Hello, Tony. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome. Hey, Warren. How you doing? Good to see you. Phil's in. Hello. I'm fine. Thank you very much. Is Pippa with you? Talking of another Pippa. Hello, Phil. How are you? Good to see you. And Paul's here as well. The gang's in. The gang is here. Well, what a week. What a week, huh? I'm actually, and this is, when's the last live stream? Last live stream was about a month ago now, I suppose, wasn't it? Might be a month, start of the month. I don't know. I don't know. But it's good to be back. Good to see you guys. Thanks for popping in. There you go, Jimmy. Yep. Flukes. Oh yeah, blue. I know that it was a tough time when I did away with the get bit, but oh yeah, blue. It's a good replacement. I'm not gonna lie, it's a good replacement. Pippa says hello. Hello, Pippa. How are you? Lots of orders. None of them are you, Warren. I know. Don't worry, mate. It will happen. Don't call yourself Pip's Angle. Paul's in. Hello, mate. Yeah, it has been a while. It feels like bloody ages. It does feel like ages, but we're here. just finishing off orders, so I'm only doing the bare minimum because I'm on Oh Yeah Blue, which leaves me gold, Rhesus X, white, and zombie blood. I've not even checked to see if they're in stock, but that's where we're going with it. Warren, it is what it is, mate. It is what it is. No pressure from me for an order. So what's been going on with you guys? We did the Ely thing yesterday. Just giving away where we were. Yeah, it was absolutely toilet. It was bad. It was bad. We got talking. We're going to get into it straight away, aren't we? Got talking to one of the boat owners up at. So there's several bridges in Ely. You've got Railway Bridge, then you've got the Footbridge, then you've got the Ship Bridge because it's pretty shit, and then you've got the Super Ship Bridge because it's super shit. So we went up to Super Ship Bridge, and a guy in his boat there saying, "Well, I'm not surprised not catching. There's been a seal up here for the last month or so. Just saw him with a jackpot the other day." So, okay, all right. Nature's having a go. Nature's fighting back. So that wasn't a great day's fishing, or a great bit of news. But what you guys been up to? Andy's in. Hello, Andy. You still at work, or you finally home? Those just joining, doing some Oh Yeah Blue, which is I think it was the monkey milk from ages ago. Just without any white added to it. I'll show you those as soon as they're set. And straight after, I'm going to be shooting its brother Oh Yeah Gold. Oh, must have been the sandals. You got any frogs in zombie blood to show? See how? Yeah, I'll grab those. I'll grab those off the shelf. I'll just get that in the cooker. 45 should do that. I mean, they're pretty sexy chocolate, to be honest. There you go. So that's them. Obviously, you don't really get the whole colour spectrum because they're see-through. They are transparent and they go a lovely blue colour, hence zombie blood. But I've been having a great start to the season, and it's all because of you guys. Because every time someone says, "Oh, the frog, do the frog. How do you fish the frog?" I'm like, "Well, I fish the frog top water. You know, even if it's the 35 mil, the 40 mil, or the 50 mil, always top water because I've got the creatures for that." But this year I thought, you know what, sod it, I'll do it. I'll stick a frog on a jig head. So I did, and it's been absolutely brilliant for it. Let's just do the old-fashioned, get a hand up. Absolutely brilliant. So thank you for that, guys. Stuck in my ways a little bit, and that's pretty much been my go-to. And I've also been fishing the finesse fry as well. I know, paddle tails and frogs. Weird. Do. Warren's going to put an order in July. Keep an eye out for it, mate. Keep an eye out for it. Stuart's in. Hello, Stuart. How are you doing? Are you free Are you being taken away for some babysitting duties for the grandkids, or are you all mine for the next hour? How's it looking on that front? Paul Bickley, yeah, interesting. It is a nice colour. It's a very nice colour. And again, I should probably use it more. How's the microfrog been doing? I've been fishing in and around Cambridge, mate. So there we go. There's the Oh Yeah Blue finesse fluke 75mm. I know what I'm going to do with those. If they were mine, they would be getting chucked out weightless. Yeah, so the frogs have been doing very good for me, Warren. Very good. So, not so much yesterday. I had 3 fish. Which was good. Just a very strange situation, very strange area, and just weird. Where you know that place is how it, how it works, but just didn't that day. Just didn't yesterday. Strange. Anyway, so but all the other sessions with the frogs, absolutely bang on. Frogs have just gone in Paul's basket. Lovely. Dylan's in. Hello, mate. How you doing? Stuart, love the frog. Dropped one down the bank Tuesday. Got caught in a spider's web on the edge of the water. Wish I got a photo. Looked brilliant. Awesome. Awesome. What, you caught a fish? Can't grumble at that. Can't grumble at that. Stuart's just back from babysitting. So here for now, have to go out with the dog shortly. Okay, well, while you're here. Business is doing good. Well, business is doing okay. I had a chat with a fellow supplier of fishing wares, and it's exactly the same thing. Everything's picked up since the start of the season. Everything's picked up. So, whew. But it does feel like you're treading water a little bit, business-wise. It's like that you're there, your head's just above, and you're thinking this is all right, and you just got to look behind you for a jet ski or a speedboat or a paddle boarder coming up and just twice on the back of your head, just to put you back down. But otherwise, no, it's going good. So, thank you everybody that's ordered. Sandy Andes have done well. Just had another order for them today, and I'm not sure if that order wiped me out of a few. So that's another order got to go back in. So thank you, Paul, for that heads up. What else? The new jigs from Predator Jigs, they've flown out. I think I've got 4 packets left out of the original order. They're nice. They are nice. Shall I show you? Shall I show you in a bit? Once I get this mindset done, I'll show you. Ernie's in. Hello, Ernie. How you doing? Manly hugs. Warren dropped his forceps in the river. It gets expensive if you keep doing that. And you're on the bait. Well, that explains the roach. But Warren, you're only a young lad, and it's only your third, really, your second or third month of fishing. So catching fish is a good thing. Let me get that jig right now. There you go. I don't know if this is going to be a... There you go. So that's the June bug one. It's got a nice... That's the 7 gram. It's big football head. Got a nice bit of powder coating on there too. It's a 1/0 hook. So look where that comes out. So there's a lot of a lot to trim if you're that way inclined. So obviously I like to do... I'm going to fish the green pumpkin one with a Craw 21. Get my face out of there. Stop trying to... There we are. So there's the Craw 21 trailer, and all I do, I just trim the jig, trim it. So I've got a bit of flappage coming out. So if I go out where I've been fishing the frog, I might get that wet and see what happens. What else has happened? They certainly are. They are certainly. They are a thing of beauty. The new HTO Tempest rods. So I've got a couple for trial. They're lovely. So the ones I got are 0 to 3 grams or 3 gram max. Used that yesterday. Such a nice rod. Such a nice rod. And the up to 7 grams. Solid tip. So Phil, that's your fault. Phil Medhurst, that's your fault. Got me into that solid tip thing. Absolutely beautiful bit of kit. Retail at around 130, 140. So I don't know if I'll be stocking them. There's not a lot left in the country, to be honest. But saying that, that does mean that I've got 2 Aikidos that I'm going to sell shortly. So if anyone needs a new rod for not as much money as they should be, I've used them for what, a season. So retail 70, probably let them go for about 40. They'll be coming up. I'll put those on the Facebook group. Lure battle sounds interesting. First, it looked like it's going to be the same as YPC, but I like the mix of people now. Yeah, I've not really paid attention to it. Probably should do, but I think you all know the underlying reason why I don't. No, it should be good for the sport. Should be good for the sport. But no ginger fisherman. I wonder why. When's it actually starting? When's it actually being aired? When's it happening? So there's been a lot of build up to it, and they've done a lovely build up of inviting people and letting them release the knowledge like every week. So it's really built up, but I don't think they've started filming. I don't think they've started fishing. So I don't know when it's going to be shown. Because again, it's going to be. This is what the YPC. It was a summer competition, but shown in the winter. So everything that they were doing was totally wrong for when you're actually viewing it. So it's like, yeah, weird. Expect to see Bradder's name as a participant. Well, he can't organise it. Predator tackle and organising something and taking part in it, it's not a good thing, is it? Ooh. Shots fired. Andy's in, yeah. Andy, he's got his sights set on it. He has got his sights set on that. Robert's in. Rob Pitt, how you doing? Good to see you. Interested in the 3 gram rod. Was going to talk the missus into getting me a Teton. Well, you get your rod where you get your rod from. The up to 3 It's sublime. It's sublime. Might be a second-hand one by the time your birthday comes round. The big one's going to be shown at the final's going to be shown at the big one. Oh. Hello, James. Thought that might get you out of hiding. How are you, mate? You good? It's not really getting any lures made, all this chat. Tony's money's on Adam. I think it depends. It is. From what I've been told, it's anyone's really, because just the way it's set up, it's anyone's. Because I don't think people are fishing the same venue. So straight away there, your venue choice is going to dictate. The way you measure the fish is going to dictate. Still going to go on about it. So that's it. James been in Norway on a social media ban. Don't know about the ban, but Norway. Nice. Nice. Who else was with you? Someone else has been out and around. Andy. Was Andy with you? Or was it a different trip? How did you get on? How was it? I always wanted to do a bit of a fjords cruise. Why is your money on Adam? Not that it shouldn't be, but why is your money on Adam? Ah, the final three at the same venue. Cool. Yeah, so that'll sort out the top spot. Interesting to see who draws who in the preliminaries. And what's it for? Is there sort of a deal going with it, or is there just prestige, just make it as big as Perch Pro or Pike Fight, maybe? Don't know. It's good for the sport. It's good for the sport. Self-imposed social media ban for James. Basically hate everyone. You were with Mr. Mitten. See, there you go. He wasn't on a social media ban. That's how I know. Well, motivation on our local. I just said to the guys at the start, don't know if you were here, the seals moved in, so that's pretty much screwed it. Of course it has. Of course it would. Why wouldn't it be there? When it gets a new measure mat. Lovely. Actually, you're talking about tubes. I was going to make a tube tonight and just show you that an FDM printer can make a mold and withstand the heat a little bit. So if you're that way inclined, you've got a 3D printer, have a go. That's just that's PLA plus. My filament of choice is PETG normally. But I've been warned off PETG for making moulds for any sort of prototyping because everything just sticks to it really badly. Got another one. So this is the resin printer. And quick sneak peek. Yeah, there you go. That's something a little bit special. That's yeah, that's happening. So yeah, everything's moving. Everything's moving forward. So everything's good. No, where was the other day? Yeah, yesterday. So Where we fish all the time. That's where it's moved into. Fire. Give that another 20. Yeah, that measure mat, it's never going to get old, is it? It's never going to go away. It's been there a while, mate. It's been there a while. And yeah, I thought it would have been. I thought it would have been by now, but obviously that's just the way it is. Those that don't know, so locally, we are around about 30 to 40 miles from the nearest coast, and with about 15 miles away, there's a seal rescue, and they put the rescued seal pups, into the tidal river, hoping they'll turn right. But they haven't. They've turned left, and they've decimated fish stocks beyond belief. There's 4 or 5 in the Nene, and now I know there's 1 in the Ouse, and it's just, they're doing well. They're getting fat. They're not hungry. They're not hungry at all. Bream, pike, zander, probably the big perch, because around here, you know, 3-pounders do exist. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Do-gooders. Oh well. Stuart, the HTO rod range is, I'm not getting it in, but I can get it. Is the Tempest. So have a look at those. Oh, Tony's back. Adam Seeley, because he's a phenomenal, hard-working competition angler, has a boat that he'll probably take on the Trent and be able to hold his own there. Yeah, that's true. Against the other guys that go on the reses. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they do well on the old on the Trent for the Zeds, and obviously the pike as well. Right, what do we need? What do we need? We need some micro FFS. No, we don't. We got shed loads of those. Have I just cooked this up for no good reason? I think I have. I think I have. Oh well. But can you have too many? Yeah, you can. What I don't have any of is large craw 21s. So let's get those, because these are a good clear water colour. Large craw 21s in Oh Yeah Gold. Just make sure I've got everything else. I have got those. Have I got finesse fry? Yep, I made loads of those last time as well. Not a popular colour, Oh Yeah Gold. Strangely, don't know why. And when I show it to you now, you'll say, I don't know why I don't have that. Probably should do frogs in it, but I think I've got loads of frogs in it. Have I got loads of frogs in it? No, I haven't. Let's do frogs instead. Let's do frogs. I have got some Craw 21s, they're hiding down the front. Yeah, it is, James. It is a solid tip. They are mythical creatures. I've heard of them. I've heard of a 3 gram solid tip, but I've never seen one. So yes, I'll be taking the Tempest down to the big Lurf down in Weymouth, which is next month. Never done it. Probably gonna get. Oh, I don't know what's gonna happen, but looking forward to it. Just fancy something really light for a bit of fun. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's the rod for you. So here's one to put the cat amongst the pigeons. Should I Shimano it? Oh, because I can get Shimano reels. I'm just trying to work out whether I'm going to get some for stock or get them in to order. So do I go Shimano or Daiwa? Because I can get Daiwa as well now. So that's the question, guys. What would you put on out of those two? And this is where we're going to see who the fanboys are. What would you put on? Little zero point whatever to a 3 gram rod. What would you go for? Oh, we got white to do next. I love white. Yes. Toronto. Daiwa. I'm a Daiwa guy. Hashtag just saying. But Stradic 1000, nice. Jimmy, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Shimano, Daiwa beats. I can't say it. Shimano if I can afford them. Shimano from Warren. Jimmy Baitcasters, Daiwa all the way. Been a Shimmy fanboy. Yeah, you were a Shimmy fanboy. You were. I remember it was the Audis, wasn't it? Yeah. Even someone new here and was wondering if you had to pick just one of your FFS lures to target Xander, which one would it be? Thank you, Gav. Gav, it would be a 100mm finesse fluke in June bug rigged on the drop shot on a size 1 or wide gap wacky DS hook and fish it like a jig. Pop it, let it fall, rest it, let it drop, whack, Xander. Nocturnal. At night time, that mostly. Finesse stick during the day does me well for Xander, but I've had them on everything. But if I was going to do it, that drop shot, I've I've never felt a tentative bite on a drop shot. It's always been a whack, always been a whack. So that's why I fish drop shot for Xander, and especially at night time. But there's other people here that love the easy shiner for them. But that's for the last 2 seasons. That's all I've really used is finesse flute drop shot, and I've done all right. Right, so we spoke about Oh Yeah Gold in frogs. It's a bit of a holy grail, that, isn't it? How do you like them? What do you think? Try and do that whole. Show me the frogs. They're pretty. Right, I'll get these hung up. I'm still mic'd up, so I can talk to you. Daiwa ballistic, if not a Vanford ballistic. Is it a ballista or ballistic? Well, it doesn't matter, does it? Daiwa, only because I just ordered a Ninja LT for Pippa. Yeah. I mean, they're great reels. They're great reels. For Xander, finesse flute 75-100. Or finesse fry in the same size. Yeah. Christopher's in. Hey, Christopher, how you doing? No worries, Gavin. Thank you for asking. Appreciate it. I think Ernie's talking about a colour rather than just going with an oh yeah. Stuart's Sunoy 800 Ranger. Yeah, they look alright. They look alright. But here's the thing. If I'm going to be sticking a reel on a £160 rod, it's going to be a Shimano or a Daiwa. That's just where I am. That's the tackle tart in me, guys. And I can admit it. I don't mind. There we go. Still cutting these frogs up. In fact, while I'm cutting frogs up, I should probably be cooking some more plastic, but having net's always got to be expensive. Well, look at it this way, Warren. You get what you can afford. Get what you can afford, and that's how life works. You save up for something, or you get something quick at what you can afford, and that's it. A net is quite important. You don't want that breaking on you. Same as braid. I don't scrimp on braid. Braid is one of those things that I want to be sure that it's going to work. I don't know why people take the risk with cheap braid, just in case. I've had expensive braid and it's been. Well, I haven't had expensive braid. I've had J braid, which was absolutely tonk. Never go back. And had a bad experience with Suffix nano braid as well. Never go back. And that's the thing. Yeah, don't risk it. Now we'll tackle tarting. That's it. Absolutely, Tony. And that's it. You basically get the I didn't start off with nice gear. None of us did. We all started off with what we could afford. And it's only as you get further down the line, you can afford a bit more, that you get a bit more, but you get the best you can afford, and therefore it's the best, isn't it? There you go, Stuart. Birthday presents. Send it. Right, let's have a look at these 40mm frogs in Oh Yeah Gold. Yeah, if you want to see tackle tartiness, Jimmy's your man. Jimmy's your man. Right, here's the 40mm. You know what I'm doing? I'm procrastinating about doing the white. that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm procrastinating about making the white lures live. I'm actually getting. I'm almost over it. I'm almost over it. Oh, I've got to do the. I'll do the tube. So no matter what, I'll do the tube in zombie. I think because it's plastic, I can't do a lot of shoots through it. But as a proof of concept, yeah, it's good. It's good. And I can print them off quite quick. I think that was like an hour and a half for printing. I did show you that, didn't I? Yeah. Cheers, Warren. Take care, mate. I was asking my wife today why I wanted another rod. Oh, they don't get it. They just don't get it. They'll never get it. They won't understand. But don't mention shoes. Yeah, don't mention shoes. I did once. It really hurt. Oh, how are we doing? Oh, there's 17 people here. That's new. That's good. Oh, we must all be fishing. Must be fishing season. We're all looking at it. But Stuart, the frogs do look amazing in gold. Everything looks amazing in gold, but you know what's not a good seller? Gold. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there's still too much choice on the website. Go down to 5 colours and that's it. What 5? What 5 colours would you be happy to live with for the rest of your fishing? Go. Take care, Stuart. I'm glad I've planted that seed and for the new rod. It's only by shoes in that house. Oh. I bought 2 pairs of shoes this year. Begrudgingly. Can't believe my Merrills didn't last another year. They did 2. Right. Let's see if I've got the white lures that I need. Oh yeah, I've got shed loads of them. That's weird though, isn't it? It's white has what? Maybe it's because you know that I don't like making white. Well, I thought because you know that you'd say make more white lures. But it's been really. It's not. I've got a lot of stock of white, which is strange because everyone says white. Film pit was off. Oh, lovely. Going out ratting. If you need a hand at some point, I know a guy. This guy. Jason's in. Motor oil, custom colours. I've had done red glitter. And he mentioned shoes a week for the swelling to go down. Yeah, Jason would only want to work with his motor oils. Paul, Junebug, black and blue, white, zombie blood and gold. Nice. 2 darks, 1 bright, 2 natural. Sounds good to me. So Ernie's going to say Junebug. Yeah. I've given you 5. I've given you a choice of 5. Christopher, Junebug, Chartreuse, Bubblegum, Silver and Motor Oil. Bubblegum Silver. Yeah, nice. Nice. White burns. No, white's the devil. I've said this. People don't believe me, but I've said this. I've kind of got it tamed at the moment, but I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to push it too far. Duty calls. See you later, Jimmy. Take care, mate. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Been awesome. Andy's going to tell me all about the old colours that I don't make anymore. Cheers, Andy. Confusion, Perfect Sunday, Something Special, Junebug and Black and Blue. Well, at least you got 2 colours that I still make. Can't help but feel people are poking me about this. James, Firefly, Bubblegum, Arkansas Shine. Again, don't make that either. Lime Chews and Motor Oil. That's not bad. 4 out of the 5. You can put your hand in your pocket. That's good. Take the Kraken. The Kraken? How have you still got Kraken left? I stopped making them a couple of years ago. How have you still got them left? Dare we ask about the machine? There's the hole. There's the machine hole. No, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Although I did get a message the other day asking had the machine arrived. I did answer yes, it had. They said, oh good, we'll send the final part. The final part. I thought that was the final part. Still, we carry on. What have we got to make? Okay, so white is done. White's good. We're done with the white. Zombie blood. Dirty gold. Jimmy, stop going back 5 years. We're in a different decade. Junebug all year round. Yeah, me too. Jimmy has Krakens left. Well, start using them. I was thinking about peanut butter and jelly today. White tubes would be nice. Jason stockpiled them. Brothers, no one's going to listen to you. Nah. Nah, we've already decided that Shimano, nah. Yeah, I was thinking exist. But then my bank balance said, don't. And I was thinking Stella, but then the bank balance said, you're not. So, yeah, that's not going to happen. Shimano casting? Have a word with yourself, man. How are you? You good? Tony, yes, bubblegum. In fact, made yours earlier today. So, thank you for that. Bubblegum on the go. Right, let's do this zombie blood. It won't take long. We'll probably go over the hour mark, but only just. How are we doing? How are we doing? Hello, 19 people. How are you? If you haven't said hello, say hello. Just finishing off this week's orders. So if you did order, thank you very much. We're getting it done. And yeah, so we get some, I'll do that little tube. And again, this is why tubes came off of the shell, off of the thing, because to make a tube, it's quite labour intensive. So that's some hand dipped tubes, and but then you have to cut the skirts, and that's a hell of that's a job in itself. That is a paid job in itself. But my old tube mould had this affair. So it had an outer. There you go, maybe you can see that. Get my face out of the way. So that's the cavity, there we go. And an inner, like so. But they weren't popular. And a bit of a pain in the arse to shoot as well. So a lot of moulds are made on a horizontal plane, and the trouble with that is that you shoot down and it goes that way, and then the air goes up to the top, and it's not a great design. It's good for space saving, and it does. It saves a lot of space on that. But having it shoot from the bottom is better, because then the plastic pushes the air out rather than have it pool in places and you have to put a load of venting. So actually, if you've got a mould like this orientation, then you only really need the venting at the very end, because it fills up and gravity is your friend. So there we go. So I'll shoot that. That's just made out of PLA as a prototype, but it's good. James, cutting tubes is the worst. Yes, yes it is. Bradders, you said it. I'm going to read this out, because later on, what I did realise is that YouTube doesn't actually show these messages or these comments on the final version, but Bradley Hunt of Fishing with Bradders says that Daiwa casting reels are arse. There you go. And fine. Tubes are well underused. Well underused. But no one makes and sells them over here. I know AGM have a few little micro tubes, but they're really tough. They're really tough plastic, those. Nothing wrong with that, but I prefer nice, supple plastic. So that's what it makes. So there you go. That's a tube. It's tubes are a goby imitation. Who'd have thought? But that's what they are. And so in there, I've got a nice cylinder. Put a jig head inside. I like to fish with a jig head actually. Just put the jig head in, pierce the eye through the top, and away you go. So I've done that. That's like a triple to a quadruple dip. So when you dip, you build. That's a triple dip, as you can see. So that's that might actually be a 4 dip. So that's at least 1 on the skirt, and then another 2 dips there, and you can see that's why you get that shape. But with the mould, I can put appendages on here. I can put dimples on it. I can do some ribbing for her pleasure. Put some legs on it, make it into a little frog-looking thing. That's a nice thing about 3D printing, is that you can get a lot of different axes and planes in your lures. And it's the cost as well. So the beetle claw cost me 800 US plus shipping and tax and everything else. So I got 16 cavities for that. So I can then print off that same amount of cavities. And I think this single cavity, 75mm creature inside there, that whole mould cost me 99p to print in materials only. So 99p in materials, and if I drop it and it breaks, I'll just print a new one. If it wears out and cracks, I print a new one. So yeah, resin's not a bad way to go if you're that way inclined. Yeah, well, there will be some tubes this year, mate. There'll be tubes out this year. Fully tubes this year. No, I mean, Ginger Fisherman did a video on tubes because stupid tubes, stupid jigs, stupid tubes, stupid something. But Sean up at My Fishing Lures, he got, I put him in contact with a bait maker that I know out in the US to get tubes, and Chris went fishing, did his video, and he sold out of all the ones that he used. So I mean, that's the power of Ginger Fisherman, isn't it? Yeah. So so there we go. We'll just get this done, and we'll do the flukes, and then I'll put that little tube mould in and shoot that. I think I've given it a bit of love with a bit of lube. Give it a bit more, because it will stick to the plastic. The plasticine will stick to the plastic to some degree, and when you've got very fine splines like that, it's good to give it a bit of a release agent. Just a little bit of oil, doesn't hurt. No, they're big, aren't they? The tubes are US tubes, are big. Some people like bigger lures, some people don't. Some people want even bigger than that. So that's why I'm going. That's around. I'll tell you exactly what it is. It's not around anything. It is 55mm. So it's actually quite big for a 55mm bait. That's got quite some size to it. How did the claws you did for the shop sell? Good, I think. Good, I think. Yeah. I think with anything, it's exposure. It's down to the shops to then advertise what's on their shelves. I'm looking at a different way of doing it. So obviously with the Westin stuff comes in, and it comes in boxes, so it's the pick and mix stuff. And I'm thinking of going that way for my own shop supply, which will then save a lot of time packaging. So 5 in an individual packet to then put in a bit of plastic to make sure nothing falls over itself. So if I can get vacuum formed trays like they do for the Westin stuff and do that, I think boxes of 50 are the way ahead, and it's nice. I can put all my money into the packaging on the box rather than a packet, a nice lure packet that you get from Z-Man, anything like that. I've got to buy 10,000 at a time, and I've got to have the plate made, and I've got to have all the printing done, and it's 10,000 at a time, which they're working out at probably around 15 pence each at that price point. So 10,000, 15 pennies is a lot of pennies just for bags. But if I can do boxes, custom printed boxes, and the vacuum form, so probably 10 per layer, 5 layers, that's got to be better, innit? It's girthy for 50. It is girthy for a 50mm. Ribbed and lubed. Ribbage and lubage. Yep, you can, a bit of foam. So one of the things people do is the squeezy ear defenders, earplugs. Put them in there, put it in. But again, where do you put it? So if you've got your jig head inside the tube, where are you going to put that? So it's one of those that is good. I had a really good, so this is before FFS, so I was using Crewman tubes and had a really good day, and I was using the Ilex gel. Whether it worked or not, I don't know, but it was good. John's in. Hello, John. How you doing? How you doing? We are chatting. We are chatting, but thank you for popping by. Oh, yeah, thank you for popping by. I'm just going to make a little prototype tube and some flukes in zombie blood. Oh, wow. Hasn't it got nice though, huh? I was just saying to the lady in the post office the other day that it was only 2 weeks ago I was complaining about the weather. Not now. Not now. I do like it when it's a bit hot though. I'm not a sun god, but I don't mind the warms. But I do like the cold as well. A nice frosty. There's nothing better than chub fishing. Nice frosty early morning. River's got some mist off it. Nostalgic. Although I don't think I got up that early this year or last year. There we go. Let that go down a little bit. So who's fishing the weekend? Who's fishing the weekend? Don't tell me where you're going, but who's fishing the weekend and what you're targeting? I think I shall mostly be. I might make a morning. Will I do an early morning or an evening? Evening's got a good bite on my local. I'm going to throw that. I've decided that I will throw that. I might lose it on the first cast, but that's going to get thrown. It's probably going to get piked, so I'll whack on a leader. With that sort of thing, I will put a leader on it. Paul's going for zander and perch, and he's going fishing for the perch. Chris is chub fishing. Oh, chub fishing is best in the winter. Yeah, I love chub fishing in the winter, but I do love targeting them on the top in the summer. Oh. John's going to be watching his son Jack. He's enjoying it. Oh, you're watching with your son, Jack. He's enjoying it. Hoping to get out for the weekend if the wife lets us. Hey, put the effort in tomorrow. Put the effort in tomorrow. Jack, don't mess it up. Be a good lad. Get yourself out fishing. No pressure. I'm assuming Jack isn't 22. James might do some lurfing, get some big lurf practice. All right, I'm I'm turning up. That's my big lurf practice. Um, I'm probably going to be sleeping in the car, and yeah, I'm just going to turn up and see what happens. Gavin, take care, mate. Take care, and good to see you. Thank you for popping on by. John's are going to be after the perch with Jack. Chris is getting out next week for the first time on a tadpole. Lovely. Ah, so the wildcard draw is happening this weekend. Interesting. We spoke about this, and I still don't get it, but I wasn't invited. I'm joking. I'm taking the piss. Um, yeah, no, I don't really understand it. You've really drawn it out. When's it starting? When's it happening? When's it being? When are you showing it? Are you doing a summer load of videos to be shown in the winter, like YPC did? Because that was crazy. But at least you're doing something. James has no expectations, but it's all learning. Be crashing in the van in Pavilion car park, I imagine. That's what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to take a bed chair and just sleep by the side of the car. And that's what we did. We went to Weymouth as young soldiers based down in Hampshire. And that's what we did. We ended up in a supermarket car park, just slept, got up, carried on drinking. I mean, it's summertime, isn't it? What's the worst that can happen? You're not going to die of hypothermia. Right, so we do the flukes first. And they're done. And these need quite a bit of clamping because they do warp, but they warp in a good way, he says. Quite a bit of pressure because those splines are quite small, but I don't want too much pressure, so I don't want it to flash too much in between the splines. You will get flashing on this type of mould. You just will. And they do take a long time to cool down because there's no real heat draw off them. But in the meantime, we can have a look at everything else. First episode goes out December. Filming starts July. Exact days will be agreed with anglers, but must be done with a time period to meet deadlines for edit and airing. Can't say much more. That's right, mate. No, thank you for sharing that much. Appreciate it. Paul's poking this bear. Paul's poking it. Was expecting Bradder's name to be there. So Bradder's, he didn't see it, but we spoke about this before. And I said I had no idea what's going on about it. And, you know, it's just one of those things, isn't it? And Paul said, I was expecting to see Bradder's name. I said, well, Predator Tackle can't organise something and be in it, not after the last time. I went there. I said it. I did it. I'll own it. All right, that's still quite liquidy in there, so yeah, we'll see. Ah, well, you win some, you lose some. Oh no, it might be savable. There's a lot of flashing. I probably didn't clamp it the way I clamped it previously. So, yeah, a bit of flashing around the top. That's not too bad. So that's what comes out. And then there you go. So it's not that bad actually, flashy wise. Tease them off, and if you're making lures for yourself with no expectations of perfection, that is a viable way of making lures. So 3D printer, standard PLA, hasn't done too well. You won't get many more shots out of that in a row, but if you have a load of those made, then that's a viable solution. So all of those, are they all three? Yeah. So there's a bit of flashing. There is a bit, but someone told me that 80% is good enough. I wasn't sure about that, but that's all right, isn't it? Yeah, I might even throw that. There you are. Uh, do, 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 do. There we go. Right, that was me finishing off this week's orders. So thank you for being here. Enjoyed it immensely, catching up with you guys. It's been a long time. So thank you kindly. I will see you next time. And really, it's just take care, tight lines. Ta-da.